Implementation of green infrastructure, a solution to the crisis surrounding excess stormwater runoff due to urbanization. As our climate warms, there will be an increase in the frequency and intensity of heavy rain, which means more stormwater runoff entering our rivers and streams. It's predicted that by the year 2050, Vancouver could experience a 5% increase in the volume of winter rain, with a slightly larger increase in the spring and fall. Summers may see a 19% decrease in rain, which means longer drought periods. Extreme rainfall events are also expected to intensify, with 63% more rain on extremely wet days. This could lead to increased surface water flooding, sewer backups, and combined sewer overflows. Snowpacks are also projected to decrease by the year 2050. The April 1st snowpack is projected to decline by 58%, which could impact our region's water supply watersheds. In natural forested conditions, 10 to 20 millimeters of precipitation can be intercepted by the vegetative canopy and infiltrated into the ground before stormwater runoff is generated at the surface. In urbanized conditions, runoff may be generated from as little as 2 millimeters of rain.
Here we are given the average monthly sums of rainfall Vancouver receives during the year. When looking at the month of November alone, Vancouver experiences about 240 millimeters of rain. When you divide that by 30 days in a month, this averages out around 8 millimeters of rainfall per day. A lot of the times, Vancouver has days that surpass that during the wet seasons.
Any solution? Green infrastructure and stormwater management. We are looking towards a more holistic solution in order to combat this situation. Thoughtfully designed living roofs provide an excellent opportunity to effectively prevent or significantly dampen runoff generation compared to the traditionally impervious rooftops, pavements, and buildings that we currently have. This is done by implementing green infrastructure and adding features to homes such as swales, rain gardens, permeable paving, green roofs, and rain barrels and cisterns. Each of these 5 infrastructure tools connect to the municipal storm system in order to keep properties protected, even during extremely heavy rainfall events. Landscape architects can design a system based on our regional conditions to ensure that runoff mimics the natural landscape. Once these changes have been implemented, according to our model, when looking at the economic trends, we can see that in the first couple of years, there is an initial delay and drop in property value, which is due to the trial and error period where construction and implementation of green infrastructure is still in the works. As we proceed, we can see in red that the amount of money raised and saved will start to rise, indicating that less money is spent on trying to replace old damaged gray infrastructure and drainage pipes. With that money we save, we see a rise in investment in green infrastructure. Due to these factors, eventually property value rises, encouraging more stocks of houses with green infrastructure being made. When looking at the environmental trends, we have number of houses with green infrastructure, volume of water in rivers, and volume of groundwater in aquifers. We see here there's a transition phase towards green infrastructure, where before it is fully implemented, the amount of stormwater runoff is excessive, causing a spike in the volume of water in the river, which causes a dip in our stock volume of usable unpolluted groundwater. Eventually, the amount of usable groundwater rises and stabilizes at a balanced range. However, at around the 15-year mark, with the rise of housing, groundwater levels shows a slight decline. As more environmentally green homes are built, there is also a shown decrease in the urban heated island effect, as homes in cities are better able to regulate airflow so heat does not become trapped due to previous overexposure to impermeable surfaces. Although it is inevitable that snowpacks will decrease with climate change, the cooler temperatures produced by the green infrastructure will help reduce the amount of snowmelt that is contributing to excess runoff. From a societal standpoint, we will now have a happier population with accessible, clean drinking water. Homes that are no longer at risk of flood damage, and environmental awareness and more motivation towards a sustainable and holistic lifestyle. Aside from saving people and the government from spending money on costly repairs due to unforeseen environmentally derived damages, green infrastructure raises property values, reduces infrastructure taxes, combats the urban heated island effect, and provides a healthy and sustainable environment in which we can support our plants, animals, and people.